if you follow MadPow, if you know MadPow, you probably know that we host design challenges regularly, focused on health or finance and trying to catalyze some creative change in those spaces. And over the years, these crowdsourced challenges have helped create interventions to some of society's most complex problems. Think medical billing, balancing health and finance needs, things like that. So this year, we are incredibly excited to introduce our Financial Experience Design Challenge. And we are thrilled to be partnering with Commonwealth on that challenge. So here today to talk a bit more about that is Melissa Gopnik. She is Senior Vice President at Commonwealth. So over to you, Melissa.
Great. Thank you so much, Ethan, for that introduction. And good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending where you are, to all of you. We are incredibly excited to be partnering with MadPow and hopefully many of you who are listening to this on the 2021 Financial Experience Design Challenge. This challenge is an issue that Commonwealth has been working on for many years, and it really is, how can we solve the emergency savings crisis? Pretty simple sounding, but actually pretty complex. We have learned over many years of research the foundational nature of emergency savings. For the last 3 years, we have been a lead partner on the BlackRock Emergency Savings Initiative, and we've made some great progress on addressing this complex challenge. But in the last 18 months, we have learned so much more, both kind of intellectually, but also personally for many of us. Those learnings include that financial emergencies happen when you least expect it. It seems kind of obvious, but it is so true that many of us don't know they're going to happen, and they're not because of stuff we have done. And most of us are not sufficiently prepared for them. So the challenge we want to put to the entire designer community is, how can we empower people to build, use, and then rebuild their emergency savings? And so that's the 2021 Financial Experience Design Challenge we are posing today. Emergency savings is foundational to financial security and long-term financial opportunity. It's the very first step on someone's financial journey. And we know that many people aren't able to even take that first step. This is especially true in communities that have faced systemic historical discrimination, communities of Black households, Latinx households, and female-led households, and especially lower and moderate income households. So this is a complex, thorny problem, and we really need all of us, all of the designers in this community, to join with us to figure out the best ways to solve it. The two specific challenges we're pointing out to this community is, how can employers design emergency savings benefits, and how can financial service companies design products that meet the financial lives of all people in this country? And I am super excited to be joining with all of you in this audience, fellow designers, about how can we put all of our kind of intelligence and practicality and creativity together to approach this challenge. Ethan, back to you.
Thank you, Melissa. So to be clear, we haven't launched this challenge publicly yet. We're going to be doing that over the next few weeks, but the reality is we can't do it alone. We're looking for organizations and people who want to get involved and bring some of these solutions to light. So we're looking for financial sponsorship as well as thought leadership partners. And those sponsorships are going to help us fund research, publish findings, and really amplify, this cause. So in terms of a timeline, the winners of the challenge will be announced at our annual Health Experience Design Conference next April. And between now and then, if you do choose to be a sponsor, you're going to be able to really help shape what this challenge is, play a huge role in reviewing submissions, and really influence what this work looks like after the challenge ends too, which is arguably the most important part there. So this is a fantastic opportunity. We would love for you to get involved. You can email us at designchallenge@madpow.net, which I think is on the next slide. And we can start a conversation about your involvement in sponsorship. So we really, really hope to hear from you. And I think this community can come together and do some really powerful things. So thank you for that. Thanks, Melissa.